Hey everybody, it's Kenny Lloyd, and I'd like to welcome everybody to the Hangout with Jack and myself this evening. Listen, we have uh, we have some great announcements we're going to make for you, to you all this evening. Jack and I have been talking all day, and he's pretty excited about the things that we're going to talk about. Look, man, it's been an incredible 2 weeks for us, and I think our numbers are reflective. We're really in preparation for September, and I guarantee you all that we're going to have a September to remember, that we will always remember because we've been in preparation for it all summer. We know that during the summer months that our sales are a little low because people traditionally in network marketing, people vacation, family reunions, and kids are out driving us crazy every day. So our monies go elsewhere. But we also know that September is one of the biggest months, income months in network marketing, and we have been in anticipation for it. I cannot wait until September, but it's on the way. But look, as we talked about preparing for tonight, Jack told me, he said, Kenny, man, I'm so excited. Don't talk too long in the beginning because I want you to bring me on so I can go on and say what I have to say. So it gives me great pleasure. And again, Jack has just been in meetings all day long, and I'm going to let him talk about that, in preparation for this. And he's really worn out. So I want you to know, man, that I appreciate you, taking the time to get on this hangout and share with everybody. So it gives me great pleasure, everybody, to introduce and to some and to others, just bring them on. Our CEO, Mr. Jack Fallon. Take over, Jack.
All right, thank you, Kenny. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right, that's great to hear. Yes, thanks for coming on the Hangout tonight. This has been a tremendous, tremendous year. I mean, we're going into September, and that's major. Things have flown by as usual. August is a great month as well, and what I mean by that is August, you can either sit back if you were grinding all year and take August off, or you can grind through that and have your fourth quarter pay off heavily. So it's a pivotal month for you. You have to decide what you're going to do. So keep that in mind. August is a big month as well, but the fourth quarter is coming upon us. We're very, very excited. We're ramping up. Obviously, I think Atlanta showed everyone that we will never sit still. We will continuously bring new products to the marketplace that are impact products that are going to change people's lives. We will not, we're not going to rely on the old products. We're not going to continuously try to market something that's been marketed for years. We need to get things in your hands that are the future. That's our job. So you're going to be proud of the new things that we're bringing out for sure. The Leaders Retreat's coming very shortly. That was one of the things that we wanted to mention. That's going to be October. The details will be in an email tomorrow, and it's going to be in Jamaica. The contest is going to be it's going to be something that I think most people in the company can hit. It's not going to be very difficult, but you got to get it done, and you got to get to that retreat because that's where you rub elbows and you share energy and ideas and you nurture relationships, and it's just a lot of fun to be there. So please, you keep your eye out for that. That's going to be very exciting. One of our new products that we're launching is the hair and nail formula. A lot of people out there have been just been obviously asking us to listen. You got to bring out a hair and nail formula, but we wanted to bring out the best. We finally got we think is the best. We've been testing all year. It's a capsule form and it works. I mean, a lot of people out there that we've sent this to, they want to buy it right away. So that's going to be coming up very shortly. That goes right back into the products that are impact products that you're going to have a definitely a future with. We have such a list full of things to cover, and it is just mind-boggling that everything that we have going on. But it's a lot of fun. People are, there's a lot of testimonials. People's lives are being changed. So, Kenny, did you want to go into the areas that you think that we should go into for the fall regionals?
So, well, let me ask you this first, Jack. Let's talk about some of the products that we just recently launched at the event, man, that I think is really going to take us to another level, and a lot of people are excited about. Let's talk about the Instant Tea a little bit. Because I
Okay.
think some people want to know when can they expect to start receiving the instant tea? Those who pre-ordered, and when will it be? Will be able to mass produce it and sell it?
I think we're looking at 4 weeks for that. I will double check, but that thing, yeah, we pre-sold that, and that is just flying off the shopping cart. I mean, the world wants that instant tea. That was another great idea that John Licari came up with. That was a necessity. I mean, today's society is instant gratification. If it's products, the internet, your cell phone, you want to know and you want to feel something instantaneously. So that's going to be a barn burner. That's actually going to be a game changer for sure, Kenny.
Man, let me tell you something. A few of the leaders and some people got samples, man, and I've heard nothing but great things. I tried it yesterday, and it did move me, and so I'm very excited about that, man, because that's really going to because one thing that you and I have always talked about, Jack, is that going into this year, the importance of this retail model, how the FTC and a lot of agencies, and the one thing I was talking to John Licari, and I found out that really we're like 61%, product sales. And so I think, and I don't think a lot of people understand the kind of security that gives us as distributors, because people hear rumors and this and that, but man, just kind of explain the kind of security that we have from these agencies that look to really, to shut down network marketing companies. What kind of security does it give us, man, that when they know that we sell more product, we have our retailers more than our recruiting?
Well, they love that. I mean, that's been their biggest battle. I mean, they're just trying to make sure that people aren't out there only pitching something that doesn't have a product behind it or a product that doesn't work. So we're always in the black on that. I mean, anytime we get any calls or reference to any government agencies around the world, because Kenny, when you're global, you're dealing with government agencies in every country you're in. But they love it. They love the fact that we push product, our products work. We have testimonials. We have home parties. I mean, we're very, very close to being considered a home party company. So what that does for us is it just puts us, way above anybody else or any other company out there as far as getting scrutinized on any aspect of that.
And that's pretty strong. So, a lot of people, man, they don't know, what's going on, and as we build this company. I just got back from Dallas. I had a chance to sit with the team in Dallas. It's a young, vibrant team, guys, that you all just don't understand, man. I had a chance to go down there and sit with them. And in terms of the branding, man, these are not older, stuffy guys that are working with our brand. These are young. The CEO of the company is 21 years old, and he's brilliant. And I met some of the other people, so it was incredible to go down there and see the back office. I got a glimpse of the back office, you all, and I got to tell you that it's one thing to have people making promises and telling you what's going to happen and this and give you that. Listen, you know, I got a chance to see it firsthand, and the new back office is going to be so functional. I mean, everything that we need to really manage our business and to give us a perspective of what our teammates are doing, who's auto shipping and who's binary qualified, even if you legitimately hit your rank. I mean, it's going to do so many things, man, and it's so great because as I look at where we are as a company, I've been in companies that have gone from zero to the top, man, and we are right on path with that, man. I see us on track. The moves we're making, because the moves that we're making in this new back office is going to attract the people that we need to really take us to the next level, man. So I feel very good about it. But let me ask you this: the new website. Talk a little bit about the new website, man. What is that? How do you feel about it, and when is it coming out, and what do people have to look forward to?
Well, go back to that marketing team. You're absolutely right. I mean, people, our TLC family is recognizing that on TLC HQ. You see those posts every day. You see the TLC Ys with people with their testimonials. Everything is spot on. And in one thing that you did mention, it's funny. You watch companies in this industry, and they either are, like you said, they go up like a rocket ship, or they say they're going to go up like a rocket ship, and you know as well as I do, it's more than going up like a rocket ship. You have to have a foundation. You have to have software. You have to have logistics. You have to have things in place, or that rocket's coming down as fast as it went up. So that's what we're always continuously putting in place. We know our leadership and the TLC family of representatives can take us to where we want right now if we never attracted another new distributor. That's how passionate we feel about who we have right now. But we know as well is that we need to have that foundation and the right tools to put in their hands to make sure they can take us to the next level. Mm-hmm. So those are the things that you witnessed in Dallas. Those are things we're going to keep exposing, and we're doing it through social media. All the offices around the world are getting a facelift that match that new brand identity. I mean, that is so important. It's going to be in the language of the country that the office is in, but it's going to look like all the offices will look like they're obviously related. So, in the new website, we're going to see this weekend, the new back office that you're referring to, where you can take an order on your phone, the information that you'll be able to have at your fingertips mobilely. I think they're pushing for October 1st. That is so important with that mobile because, believe it or not, all the meetings I've sat in, I think it was like 42% of all MLM orders. Now think about this, because that includes home parties. 42% of all orders are done on MLM orders are done on your mobile phone. So I mean that's huge.
That's huge.
So we're going to have that. It's going to be it's going to have different languages. So yeah, we continuously work, and I think we expose the work that's going on behind the scenes through our social media channels.
So Jack, let me ask you this, man. At the event, you got a chance to see the event. What do you think about, man, like when I look at our growth and when I look at Global One Team and I see now our international extensions, man, what do you think about, man, all the new nationals from like the Netherlands, from the UK, and from France, man? What does that say to you about our growth and where we are?
Well, it makes you feel good because the message is getting, transferred or understood through millions of people that speak different languages. Mm-hmm. They have different cultures, have different outlooks. So that's very important, I think, from a corporate standpoint and from a distributor standpoint, that our message is so strong that it doesn't matter what language you speak, what gender, what country you're from, you're going to understand that language. And that's marketing. I mean, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't, John Licari would love to, he's going to love if I say this, but Apple probably isn't the best phone out there, but they have the best marketing. And so what that means to us is that our marketing's doing a great job, so now all we have to do is back it up with the best products, the best compensation plan, and the best tools out there across the board. It doesn't matter your language, your gender, and make it for the masses.
Yeah, so, as we talk about our family members, because the one thing I loved about the event is that I feel that our family members from around the country, sometimes they can feel a little disconnected, but I really feel like we did a very good job at connecting these dots and connecting these TLC family members from across the globe and letting them know that we are one. And I think that we left there with that sense of that, man. And I'm very proud of our leadership. And I got to say this publicly, that to you guys out there, I'm very proud because we did that event. That was of us. Corporate supported us, but financially and just in every aspect of it, we put together a very good event. I mean, in each person that poured into it. Look, Lanika Scott and Tanya Scott, they did an incredible job. I want to say it publicly and thank them for pouring out their hearts for Directors Night. That Directors Night was an incredible evening. It did a great job. Our production company, man. I mean, we've had some challenges, with production. I think in your growth, you always learn who to do business with, who not to do. You deal with the bumps of the road, but the production company was seamless, and everybody, all the speakers that hit the stage, you all really impacted the crowd that came, man, and the awards, so everything, man. It was an incredible event, but it's indicative of our growth because we have grown. We grow every event. We grow in numbers of distributors, but we grow mentally too. We learn more. We make mistakes, but that's part of the growth, and we improve upon it. So I want to say to everybody involved in the event, all the speakers, all the volunteers, we thank you all so much, and you did an incredible job. And but you all, what you don't understand is that, man, listen, when you produce one of these events and you're over, it drains you. It takes almost everything out of you. But here's the thing that you don't know is that it doesn't stop, because it immediately after that one event is done, you're working on the next event. So before I make the announcement of where that event is going to be, because you got to know I'm very excited about this, Jack. Thank you very much. Jack and I were talking about what's next immediately, leading up to the event, because I will give you a tip. The event is going to be in February. I'll give you the dates. Well, I'll hold off on the dates until we secure the venue, but it's going to be in February. Now, Jack and I were talking about our growth, and I wanted to know, Jack, from your perspective, man, as you have seen, you see things we don't see, what cities, man, if you really had to think about it, if you had to think about regionals, where do you think we should really focus? Where would you like to see more focus?
Probably Ireland. I'm joking.
Jack, I said city, man.
I'm sorry. You know what? The two markets that are really growing and need our support, I think, on top of my head, would be like Memphis is good. A lot of great Memphis people, man. There were a lot of Memphis people at the event, and New York. New York's been coming strong. So I wouldn't mind seeing a couple fall regionals there.
So listen, all right, he has spoken. Memphis, you all should be jumping out of your seats right now, because per our CEO, we're going to be coming to New York. Get ready, baby, because we're coming to shake New York up, okay, before winter. All right? And we also talked about the DMV. And look, we plan on hitting all the cities that are productive. There's, and I want you all to know that everybody's on the radar. You just don't think because you don't hear from anybody that people are not watching you, because we're watching. We're looking for leaders. We're watching you leaders. Listen, the thing I love the most is that at this event we just had in the past, not a lot of the old people who've been around for a while hit the stage. And two of our top leaders, you all did not hear from them, which is a little strange for me, but Stormy and Denise Lee. I got to shout out to Stormy and Denise Lee, because they're our top two leaders, and neither one of them stood on the stage with a microphone. But a testament to their leadership, they never complained about it. They didn't make one peep, because they understand that, and our philosophy is this. It's not how long you've been here, because truthfully, I would much rather have new leaders that have elevated to national, that are, now understand, just because you hit national doesn't mean that you have some sense of entitlement to get on the stage. You must be a qualified national. You must have elevated and have a qualified regional. These are the kind of we want leaders that are doing it. Not because you're pretty, you speak well. It's because you bring something to the table that you can teach others how to do the same thing. And so therefore, I love the idea of that we had all these new faces on the stage, and it's a testament to our growth. It is an absolute testament to our growth that we have people that you've never seen before. And at this next event is going to have an international flair. And we're going to have represent, because now the one thing I'm seeing is that these people getting these $100,000 rings, Jack, and hitting national, they're from all over the world, man. And they're part of this family. So they should represent their country. So this one is going to have an international flair. So I want you to know that we're watching you. So now is the time for you to really elevate, get on your A game, elevate other people, because if you do, we're going to put you on the stage. And having said that, I will tell you now that our next event, drum roll. You're a little offbeat, Jack. We understand why. You're a little offbeat.
Right.
Houston, Texas, baby. We're coming back. We're bringing it home to Houston, Texas. It's going to be in February. We're already in, man. We probably have 70% of the planning down now. It's just a few details that we're ironing out, but it's going to be in Houston, Texas, 2017. The theme is the second wave, and it's appropriately named, okay? TLC 2017, Houston, Texas, the second wave, because we have a new wave of leaders that are going to hit the stage like the tsunami, okay? So we're very excited about that, okay? But in preparation for that, we just had a big meeting here in Houston last night. Probably about 300 people. The room was full. We didn't even have Jack enough space for people to sit. And yeah, it was an incredible meeting, man. We had all of our leaders show up because we're making some changes in our meeting, and we're creating an environment that is going to attract the next wave of people, man. And we have all of our leaders in unison, man. We have this sense of unity. You know, now that we know the event is going to be here, you know, we're taking this time and we're going to build upon the meeting starting from now all the way up until February. And I'll tell you all, you want to do the same thing, but what is it that you really need to do? What do we really need to do? And I think that we talked about this in the beginning of the year, but we kind of fell off from it, and I'll take responsibility for that. We talked about the retail. You know, it's just amazing that we really missed the boat on retailing, because when you really think about it numerically, everybody. Probably 5% of the people in the company will probably ever hit, Gloabl or ambassador. So that means that you have 95% of the people that will not hit that position. So when you go out here and you just try to recruit heavy hitters and networkers, man, it is like the Groundhog Day, where you wake up and experience the same thing every day. You experience a lot of BS. You get blown off. You get false promises. And why do that when we have a comp plan that we turn people who are average, people who really think, because there's no such thing as average. Average is a mindset. We have a compensation plan, and we have products that work so well that simply by retailing, we can take people who really think they're average and show them that they're not. You know, because if they're earning an extra $1,000 a month, man, through retailing, and it's a natural progression. When you have products that work and you're retailing, you are going to recruit by default. You know, Stormy talks about it all the time, retail to recruit. We've got to get back to showing people, because if we master teaching people how to earn an extra $250 a week, and with our products, come on, man, if you're not making $250 a week, you need to talk to somebody. You need to go back to the drawing board and talk to somebody. Don't go week at look. If this week your income was zero, why would you do the same thing next week that you did this week? Okay, you got to do something different in order to earn more. So you need to talk to people, but we really need to get back in the frame. And right now, I think we need to dig down and really start getting our team to focus on retail, because when you do, your retention is much greater, because you have people now that are earning money. They're earning money, and when you get people earning money, 100 a week, 200 a week, 300 a week, they're never going to leave you. You know, they're going to be here for the long haul. And if you really think about it, when you get people retailing and you start talking about customers, man, do you know that 50 customers, let's just, I know that from a logistical standpoint, from a mathematical standpoint, I always talk about the $120 auto ship. And that $120 auto ship is viable to me because, first of all, you need, if you use the three products, the big three, you're going to spend it anyway. Okay? And as you elevate through the comp plan, you're going to have to eventually do a $120 auto ship anyway, right? So knowing that, why not be in preparation for it now? Okay, so let's just say, well, our money is a little tight, but let's just talk about customers. See, this is something I didn't even realize. I was talking to Jack today, and I got some information that I did not know that, and maybe many of you all don't know, because if you knew it, you'd be going crazy when you get off this Hangout. Do you know that now that you can auto ship, put your customers on auto ship? So now you don't have to be the delivery man, the delivery person. All they have to do is go online every month. And can you imagine the massive business that you all can build now? Now your customers can auto ship. So you don't have to carry that product over to them. All you have to do is show them the URL. They go to your site. They order the product. The product comes to them every month. Every month they can auto ship. That is going to explode our business and take it. That in itself could have been the bombshell announcement. Because a lot of people don't know that. That in itself could have been it. So again, let me say that now your customers can auto ship. Oh man, that saves you a lot of time. So that is one of the big announcements. I mean, because that is huge. So we've got to take now, starting now, August. If you get your retail game up and start ramping up for September, because if you take these next 28 days now or 24, whatever, and you start retailing, what's going to happen is that it's like building a pipeline and planting seeds. So what's going to happen is that come September, when the everything is, listen, while people in September are looking for people, man, people will be looking for you, because when they are buying our products and they are taking the products and the products are working, they understand the value of the products. So would you love to spend your whole business life seeking people, or would you rather do something, plant seeds, and eventually have them seek you? Because that's what the smart money does, okay? And in Houston, Texas, today, it was 900 degrees. I would not want to be out in the field really just going out there hustling product, okay? You want to do it smart. So that's the direction we really want to go in. We really want to start focusing on the retail. Look, 50 customers doing $80 a month. Man, that's almost $2,000 a month. So when you talk about hitting director, you never have to worry about not qualifying for director again. And you're talking about guaranteed money coming in, because they're never going to stop, because the products work. And they serve a specific purpose with each person, with each individual. So, man, you got to start looking at it like that, okay? Man, we got some incredible things going on here at TLC. I don't care what anybody says. Now is a much better time to join TLC than it was when I first joined. Why? Because the picture is much prettier now. Okay? It's much prettier. Would you agree, Jack?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Hell shit, Jack, even you look better than you now than you did when I first joined, man. Look, I mean, man, we are having fun. I was talking to Jared Wilkins, and we were talking about TLC, and we were talking about that people are confused because they're trying to figure us out, but you can't figure out the spirit. You just can't, man. People, I told people at a meeting last night, people don't want to come from work and go to work. They don't want to come to a boring meeting. When they come to a meeting, man, they want to clap, they want to laugh, they might want to dance, So look, we're that company. We are purely and simple that company. But what you need to do right now, pointing at you right there. You know who I'm talking to. You need to get back into the living rooms, and you need to be the example to your team of how to earn $250. You need to start working with this new group of people. And that's how, what's that in there? Oh my God, can I get a close up on that? What's that, Jack? No, it's not a Super Bowl ring, baby, but it's the next best thing. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You need to take this next 60 days. You need to get back into the living rooms. You need to show your people that you care. I don't care if you're national, because we had a national meeting. We talked about this. We talked about entitlement versus humility. Listen, simply because you hit the rank does not give you, entitle you to relax now in a recliner. Your responsibility is much bigger now that you are a national than it was before you became a national, because now you hold a company-wide leadership position, which means you just don't serve your team anymore. You serve TLC. You serve the whole. And the moment you stop recognizing that your job is to be a servant, we believe in servant leadership, okay? And the moment you think that you should be served is the moment that your business starts to sink, okay? We're about the people, all right? And I don't care what anybody says. People out here, they will make these false claims about they don't care, they don't whatever, okay? Listen, we care enough, but sometimes you got to give people tough love, okay? Because, listen, I will run with 1,000, but I'm not carrying one. I'll tell you that now. I will run with 1,000, but I'm not carrying one. Why? Because, look, man, we have a lot of work to do. You guys, where we are now is not where we're going to be. We have a lot of work to do, but we're well on our way. I can't think of any other company in this industry, and I say this, that I would rather be at than TLC, because of our CEO, because of our VP of sales and marketing, because of our leadership. We have the most incredible leaders in this industry, because the one thing about them is that they don't talk about their money. But I do want to say this to you. One thing that we talked about doing is that we're going to have a ceremony at the event. It's called debt. It's our debt burning ceremony because some of our leadership. Look, you have to be a great steward with your money. I don't care how much, how little. We're going to have a debt burning ceremony because several of us will be paying off our homes. And listen, that is, I never in my wildest imagination ever thought I would ever live in a home completely paid off. I never thought it. And when I first started TLC, 3 years ago, I was leasing a home and I was paying $4,500 a month, and I was 3 months behind on my rent. So for me, in 3 years, to be able to go from leasing somebody else's home to getting my own home, and in a position that within a year to pay it off, man, I'm telling you, that is an absolute blessing. And I don't care what anybody out there says. I hope I never hear it. You never ever listen. If you sit next to somebody and they criticize a Greg and Lanika Scott, a Twyla Portis, a Kenny Lloyd and Shantae Lloyd, and say we're bragging when we talk about we're going to pay off our home, man, that is a blessing. And we are examples that if we did it, so can you. All right, man, we got so many big things happening. Jack, I don't know, did we cover everything? We talked about the website. We talked about the customers on all this shit. We talked about the event. You talked about you sanctioned Memphis, New York, and you didn't mention the DMV, but I will.
Okay.
And the Super Saturdays. We talked about the Instant Tea. Jack, I think that's a wrap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You did it again. You took over. You took over the mic, but that's all right. I think I did it to you last time.
Hey, everybody, look. Listen, we're in a new week. All right. Tomorrow is the last day, before you get paid. You determine your paycheck. If you want a raise, give yourself a raise. And if you start your week off with a sense of urgency, you will not have to operate tomorrow in a state of emergency, okay? Having said that, we're going to check out, man. Listen, we love you guys. We appreciate you all so much. And, man, listen, we're going to start communicating a little more with you because our growth is just happening. It's going down. If you're in the right place, you're in the right place. And I hate to say it at the right time, but you're in the right place with the right group of leadership, okay? I'm Kenny Lloyd, and you are?
Jack Fallon.
Yeah, that would be you, Jack. And we're signing out, man. We're having a good time. Good night. God bless.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.